This is a verse from Mukundamala. I have recited some verses from Mukundamala earlier also. I may repeat also during the course of these discussions. Now, why am I reciting this verse? Sankirtanena. The Sankirtana does not generally limit itself to chanting of the namas. Generally, chanting the divine names. We have a lot of namavalis here. So many namas put together so that it will be available as something like a song, poetry and the like. But the Sankirtana can be a little more conveying and complex, beautiful. We have a number of verses, a number of prayers incorporated in different lines of poetry. And the poetry itself has a variety of meters. Now here is in Mukundamala a beautiful verse. What does it say? So in the Sankirtana, you should include all these hymns. They are such that you can recite in a very loud manner. You can also administer some musical notes to it. It is very, very good. There are some singers, expert singers, who render one Sanskrit verse so many times, make a ragamaliga out of it. It is so beautiful and lofty. From the musical aspect also, it has a lot of charm, a lot of depth, a lot of elevation. Nastha dharme navasu nijaye naiva kamopabhoge. The devotee sings here, Nastha dharme. I have no special interest or curiosity about dharma. I don't want to adhere to any dharmic pattern at all. Why? Navasu nijaye. In the same manner as I am not interested in trying to know the different notes of dharma, the discrimination about dharma, I am also not interested in amassing or acquiring any wealth or resources for me. Only when you are interested in acquiring wealth, you have to do it in a loyal, proper, dharmic, moral and ethical manner. I am not going to grab anything. I don't want to possess anything. I am not interested in procuring or acquiring any form of wealth or acquisition. Then why should I fear about dharma or adharma? Naiva kamo babhoge. I am not interested in gratifying any desire also. Instead of having a desire, I am going to drop them. I have already dropped them. Instead of having to acquire wealth, I have surrendered, I have abandoned the very thought of wealth. Therefore, why should I worry about dharmic tenets and dharmic codes, adhering to them? In other words, to put it short, dharma, artha, kama and moksha are the fourfold purushartha. Dharma leads to artha, artha leads to kama, all the three lead to moksha. So far as I am concerned, I am not interested either in dharma or in artha or in kama. Am I not very safe? Why should I worry about it? All these are bringing agitation, concern and tension to my mind. So I am dropping all these. Nastha dharme navasu nijaye naiva kamopabhoge. How can you say that you are free of all these concerns? What makes you free? If you ask me, this is my answer. Yad bhavyam tad bhavadu bhagavan Purva karmanurupam. Oh dear Lord, I have heard and people say that every life of a person is governed by whatever he has done in his past lives. So if the course of events in this life is already determined by the papa and punya which I have incurred or acquired in my past life, it is already a determined factor. There is no question of changing it or replacing it. So I feel happy in thinking and consoling myself. Yat bhavyam tad bhavadu. Yad bhavyam. Whatever is destined to take place, tad bhavadu, let it be. Purva karmanurupam. According to whatever has already been done and whatever fruits are going to bear themselves this life. So I have no worry or anxiety. I am perfectly justified, I am meaningful when I say, Nastha dharme. I have no interest in dharma, knowing about dharmic proprieties. Navasunijaye, I have no ambition in acquiring wealth. Naiva kamo bhabhoge, I am not going to be given to gratifying one desire after the other of my heart. All the three I leave. On the one fundamental assumption, acceptance of the fact that the entire course of the present life is governed by whatever had been done previous to it. So there is not going to be a change. It is just like a river flowing from a mountain top through a particular path in the terrain, and it is going and meeting in the sea. Just like the river, this is also flowing. I am like a log which has been thrown into the river. Yad bhavyam tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karma anurubam. So what does it mean? You have no prayer or you have no submission before the Lord whom you worship. Yes, I have a submission. Hyetat prarthyam mama bhumadam. There is a great regard, there is a great esteem in my mind for this kind of a prayer. This is the only prayer I have. I don't pray for a right knowledge about dharma, nor do I pray for getting riches or wealth. I am not interested in gratifying desires also of my heart. But I have one prayer. Hyetad prarthyam. This indeed is my most beloved prayer. Mama Bhumadam Janma Janmantarebi. Janma Janmantarebi. There are people who say that Janma is not just this one. I had a number of lives earlier. Quite possibly I may have further also if I am not liberated in this lifetime. Assuming that there is going to be further births. There are going to be further births. Janma Janmantarebi. In all those Janmas, lifetimes, Tvat Padambhoruha Yugagata Nischala Bhaktirastu. Nischala Bhaktirastu. I must have unswerving devotion. Unflickering devotion I must have. To what? To your feet. Tvat Padambhoruha Yugagata. Towards the pair of feet, the lotus feet of yours, I must have unswerving devotion to them. That alone what I want. You are an embodiment of bliss, an embodiment of freedom, an embodiment of ecstasy. When I am devoted to your feet, automatically the same ecstasy and fulfillment will also grace me. So I am not going to channelize my mind in multiple directions. I have only one direction. Let me have unflinching devotion to your lotus feet ever and ever, no matter whether I am born again and further again. Nastha dharme navasunijaye naiva kamo bhabhoge. See, Sankirtana means reciting it loudly, with a full throat, with a full mind and heart. You recite it to your own heart's content. If necessary, close your eyes. If I close my eyes, your viewers may be missing my face. That is why I don't close it. I do close, but rarely. So you can close your eyes and sing to your own listening. Nastha dharme navasunijaye naiva kamo bhabhoge yad bhavyam tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karma anurupam. Hyetad prarthyam mama bahumadam. Hyetad prarthyam mama bahumadam. Janma janmantarebi. Hyetad prarthyam mama bahumadam. Janma janmantarebi. Tvat padambhoruha yugagata. Nischala bhaktirastu. Tvat padambhoruha yugagata. Nischala bhaktirastu. See, what did he say? Yatra sankirtanenaiva sarvaha swartho abhilabhyade. Simply by sankirtana, You get all the swartha, your selfish ends met. This is the power of devotion. And see what in Mukundamala the composer says. Standing upon that sublime and wholesome, unflinching devotion, he simply eschews dharma, artha and kama. Devotion surcharges you, fulfills you to such an extent, in such an abundant measure. So much of affluence, inner enrichment and opulence it bestows, that you never feel interested in dharma, artha or kama, the three purusharthas people are after. See whether devotion is fulfilling or not. I describe devotion to be a great treasure. So Karabhajana says, Nahyatah paramo labho dehinam bhramyatamiha yato vindeta paramam shantim nashyati samsrutihi. Nahyatah paramo labho dehinam bhramyatamiha. The embodied creatures, human beings who are born here and who run helter-skelter, hither and thither, with a view to amass their wealth, do this or do that, get employed here or go elsewhere into America, Germany, Britain, Great Britain or other places. What all things they do? They take migration to move from India, go to Australia, go to New Zealand, go to some other European countries. What is all this for? The treasure is there hidden within your heart. Look there. And devotion is the only thing that you want. And Kali Yuga offers the best of facility for it. Nahyatah paramo labho dehinam bhramyatamiha yato vindeta paramam shantim nashyati samsrutihi. Yato vindeta paramam shantim. Ultimately, what is the quest of human? Parama Shanti. We must have a wonderful and a sublime poise in ourselves. You must be able to be poised in yourself. That is what we want. The least of agitation, the least of tension, the least of outgoingness. This is what we want. There is a little energy in the body. We take food, we have some nourishment. All right, let us do some daily chores. Till you retire, you can be very active in this world. After retirement, take to a quiet and a calm and a solitary life. This is what we want. Nahyatah paramo labho dehinam bhramyatamiha yato vindeta paramam shantim nashyati samsrutihi kritadishu prajarajan kalavichandi sambhavam Kalau khalu bhavishyanti narayana parayana Kritadishu prajarajan kalavichandi sambhavam. I told you earlier that Karabhajana is extolling Kali Yuga later on in a more effective manner. What does he say here? Kritadishu prajarajan. My dear king, understand this. Kritadishu, in Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, the residents of all these three yugas, Kala Vichamdi Sambhavam, they are aspiring very seriously and earnestly to get born in Kali Yuga, to have a birth in Kali Yuga. Kala Vichamdi Sambhavam, Kalau Khalu Bhavishyanti, Narayana Parayana, Kalau Khalu. It is in Kali Yuga, Bhavishyanti, there will be born a number of people. How and in what manner? Narayana Parayana. Narayana Parayana. Will viewers recite in your own manner? I will give you one more and give you time. Kalau Khalu Bhavishyanti Narayana Parayana. Say that. Narayana Parayana. Narayana Parayana. Those people who are devoted to Lord Narayana. The word Narayana means Naranam Ayana. This is the path for the human beings. The world is not the path. External glories or gains are not the path. The real path, the true path, the liberational path, the ecstatic path is the one where your mind and heart become exclusively devoted to the feet of the Lord Narayana. Parama Kalyana Nidhi. This is what Hari is, Narayana is. He is the abode, the personification of supreme felicity, ecstasy. This is what he is. So only in Kali Yuga there will be a number of people devoted to Lord Narayana. We have a temple called Sabarimalai. We also have a temple called Guruvayur. There is another temple, Tirupati. In all these places, just imagine, lakhs and lakhs of people are coming. What for? What for? Because of their bhakti. With 41 days religious discipline, they start proceeding to Sabarimalai and ultimately walk up. How many thousands of people are just having half a second glimpse at the Lord in Sabarimalai? Of course, they should be happy seeing the Lord. Unfortunately, their attention is being diverted to something called Magara Vilakku, Magara Jyoti, etc. That is not the purpose for which they go there. They go there to see the decorated Lord. Tiruvabharanam, the divine ornaments, are brought from the Pantalam palace, and they are being put on the Sabarimalai shrine only on one day in the year. People go to see that, and that is the celestial sight that they are looking to. By some kind of a mischief and mischief making, now people are being diverted to some other place. Ultimately, the court has interfered, and because of the persuasion of a number of people, they said, let this pseudo flame be erected authentically by the Devaswam board. But actually people are not going there to see anything in the sky. They are going to see there the idol installed by our ancestors in a very traditional tantric manner. How many people are going there? Similarly to Guruvayur, we have other shrines in the Uttarakhanda also. How many people are going to Kedar, Badrinath, and so many other places, Gangotri, Yamunotri and other places. In Kumbh Mela, how many people are devoted to? Are they not having their home? Highly respectable people, well-placed people, noble citizens, all of them are lying on the platforms of Haridwar because of this Kumbh Mela visit. Can you imagine? It's only because of their sweeping devotion to the Lord. Nothing else. No other motivation is there. I don't think Krita Yuga has witnessed this scene, nor has Dwapara witnessed it, nor could people of Dwapara Yuga witness this. Only in Kali Yuga this splendid sight is there. Kritadishu prajarajan kalavichandi sambhavam kalau khalu bhavishyanti narayana parayana kwajid maharaja dravideshu cha bhurishaha tamraparni nadi yatra kritamala payasvini Kaveri cha mahapunya pratichi cha mahanadi ye pibanti jalam tasam manujeshwara prayo bhakta bhagavati vasudeve amalashaya. See, Sreemad Bhagavata speaks quite a lot about the past. Now they are speaking about the present and the future. The author clearly says, Kwajid Maharaja Dravideshu cha Bhurishaha. In the Dravida Desha. What is this Dravida Desha? Most probably Tamil Nadu and perhaps Kerala is also included. This Tamil is an independent language. Our Malayalam, though most of it is derived from Tamil, we have a number of Sanskrit words also which have been adopted into Malayalam. So in the Dravida Desha he says, Bhurishaha, in abundant measure, there will be very lofty devotees of Mahavishnu. Tamraparni nadi yatra kritamala payasvini. These are the rivers of Tamil Nadu. Tamraparni, kritamala, payasvini. Payasvini means locally it is called Pal R. Payasvini. It's a Sanskrit rendering apparently of the Tamil word Palar. Kaveri cha mahapunya pratichi cha mahanadi. Kaveri, very much known. Kaveri is a very important holy river of Tamil Nadu. So how many are there? Tamraparni, Kritamala, Payasvini, Kaveri cha mahapunya pratichi cha mahanadi. There is a river by name Mahanadi. Apparently what I find is that It is a translation of the word, Malayalam word, Periyar. That is a big river, Mahanadi. Actually, in Orissa, there is a river called Mahanadi, but that does not link up with the other statement, Dravideshu cha Bhurishaha. So, Orissa must be belonging to the Uttarakhand, so it cannot be a Dravida Desha. So, in the Dravida Desha, if there is a Mahanadi, it can only be Periyar. And specifically, Bhagavata says, Pratichi cha Mahanadi. This is flowing towards the west. I would like to say something in this context. Pratichi cha Mahanadi. Why should this word be put there? Pratichi, flowing towards the west, and Mahanadi, Periyar. Ye pibanti jalam tasam manuja manujeshwara prayo bhakta bhagavati vasudeve amalashaya. Those people who living in the banks of these holy rivers in Tamil Nadu as well as Kerala, who drink their water, prayena, normally for the major part, bhakta bhagavati vasudeve amalashaya, they will all become lofty devotees of the Lord Vishnu. This is the special feature about it. So he says, Tamraparni nadi yatra kritamala payasvini kaveri cha mahapunya pratiji cha mahanadi ye pibandi jalam tasam. Whoever drink their water, manuja, manujeshwara, all the human beings, prayo, by and large, bhakta, bhagavati, vasudeve, amalashaya, they spontaneously, naturally, irresistibly, as a matter of course, develop a lot of devotion to the Supreme Lord. This is what happens. So, there are some places which are good. There are some rivers which are good. There are some items and materials which are good. There are some ways which are good. So far as rivers and places are concerned, these are considered to be very much devotion prone. That is what we have to understand. About Tamraparni, Kritamala, Kaveri, the names are very directly known. There is no problem. But they have used two words here. One is Payasvini. That Payasvini is a Sanskrit rendering of Palar in the Tamil Nadu region. As far as I understand, Payasvini may be the Palar river, Payasvini being the Sanskrit rendering. It is emerging from the southwest of Chintamani in Kolar district in Karnataka. And it is flowing down eastward to Andhra Pradesh. Thereafter it comes to Tamil Nadu, passes by Mahabalipuram and then reaches the Bay of Bengal. This Mahabalipuram has become very famous only because of this Palar association. See, Pal plus RR, Pal means milk, R means river. So the word Palar is a combination of two words, milky river. That is translated here as Payasvini, corresponding to milk and water. So this is how the word has come. Palar means Payasvini. Now we come to this Periyar river or Mahanadi. Maha means big. Nadi means river. Periyar means Periya means big. And Nadi means river R. So when you look into the map of India, you will find most of the rivers are flowing into the Bay of Bengal. That is all flowing eastward, eastward, eastward. I think Narmada flows towards the west. There is a river called Tapti. Tapti. These are the two prominent rivers which flow westward. Then you come down. We have the Western Ghats. The Western Ghats are close to the Arabian Sea, very close. So most of the rivers are flowing from the eastern slopes of Western Ghats. Because they are emerging from the eastern slopes, they can only go towards the Bay of Bengal in the east. Now very few rivers are proceeding from the western slope of Western Ghats and flowing westward. And Sreemad Bhagavata says that this Periyar or Mahanadi is actually Pratiji, flowing westward. Some detail I would like to tell you is that, first of all, understand the word Mahanadi. prefixed by the word Pradiji, clearly indicates the Periyar in Kerala. It is described as Pradiji. Pradiji means flowing westward. The Periyar is originating from a mountain called Shivagiri, which is on the border of Tamil Nadu and Kerala.